Hello everyone, welcome back to the MBL. This is week 5 team building / analysis with myself Angus and my lovely partner Beryl. Say hello.
Hello!
Hello, hello,
Hi,
hello,
Beryl.
hello.
And, yeah, team building!
Week 5, after a hiatus.
Yes. So, let's start off with... Why don't we start off with your side?
My side,
Tell us
so...
about your boy.
Yeah, so from my side, against the team Drinking Birds, I've got Salamence, Togekiss, Tentacruel, and Magearna as our 4th Pokemon. So, we'll start off with Salamence, just because that's half our lead.
Yeah, let's just go through each half.
Yeah, so we're leading Salamence, first of all, on my side. We've got Intimidate, Fly MZ, Airlace, Tailwind, Rock Slide, and Protect. The kind of aim of this battle is Tailwind. We're Tailwinding up. So, with Tailwind, we outspeed absolutely everything. Rock Slide for damage, and then Fly MZ Airlace will OHKO a Mega Venusaur if they bring it.
I think it can. I don't know that it's guaranteed to.
I have checked it. Oh, I think it does like almost 100%, but it'll get it down.
Well, I think it's about 60% 60% chance to OHKO, but I'd rather take a 60% chance than a not 60% chance. So
absolutely, but yeah, it's simple as that. Airlace doesn't miss. Decent damage move. Rock Slide just for spread because they've got a few fire types.
Yeah.
Not really much more to it. I mean, we could have ran it Moxie, but Intimidate, again, that's just useful because they have got physical attack like Lando, Darmanitan, Pheromosa, obviously.
Yeah, Intimidate's good, and Moxie's only good if, like, Salamence is getting killed. Salamence, the Flynium Z will be a bomb, but it's not really here to get kills. It's more to get Tailwind up, since setting Tailwind with Salamence or Togekiss is generally easier and safer than trying to set Trick Room with Hoopa or Magearna.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's Salamence. Do you want to do your our half of the lead on your side?
We'll just go down each. We'll just because it's just easier this way. So next is Togekiss.
Okay. Yeah.
So Togekiss, Roost, Follow Me, Tailwind, Air Slash. Pretty straightforward. Flinches, get Tailwind up. Syringaze, Leftovers, Bulky. Nothing really crazy. We have it specially defensive because of Ice Beam on Pheromosa. And that's literally like basically what that's for, since that's kind of its biggest threat that I'm thinking of off the top of my head in terms of like special attackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nothing, like it's a Togekiss.
Yeah, it's there to bulk, follow me, and get a Tailwind up. That's really it.
Yeah, exactly. So, how about Tentacruel?
So this is where it gets interesting because it's either going to be Tentacruel or Magearna when it comes to the battle. More likely Tentacruel.
Yeah.
So we've got Black Sludge for healing, Rain Dish again for healing, Rain Dance to counter their dry Ninetales, plus for healing and to weaken fire type moves. We got Icy Wind to slow things down, as well as Tailwind obviously, Scald for damage, especially in the rain, and then Protect.
Yes.
Bit of bulk, but bit of damage and a bit of tech as well.
Yeah. Well, there's no bulk it's all just in special attack and speed. And that's to 298. Outspeeds a couple things here and there, like it's outspeeds Metagross and Mega Venusaur, things like that. And then just a couple in HP, because what else are we gonna do? Yeah, just kind of a utility mon with a stab, with Scald Stab, and hopefully burns. Oh
yeah, burns. Love those burns.
Yeah.
Love those burns.
Next up is Magearna. Magearna's actually likely not going to be brought.
Yeah.
Simply because it doesn't put in a ton of work. This game, I mean, theoretically, potentially any mon can put in a ton of work, but it depending on.
But yeah, Magearna's just.
Sorry, no. Wait, Duncan decided to for some reason leave the room and made a large noise. So, Anyway, so I'm just gonna start Magearna over, so you can just crop that out.
Just give me a second. Okay.
And last on that side is Magearna. Now, Magearna likely won't be brought. It doesn't do enough this game. It does. We did make a set for it just in case, so we have Dazzling Gleam, Thunderbolt, Flash Cannon, and Protect with modest special attack, and then just summon Bulk, the rest in Bulk. and Akaberry for fire attacks, since we think with the Ninetales Darmanitan they had, like they just have, and the Sun, they have more of a fire presence.
Yeah.
With their fire, more of a presence with their fire types. So have that for that, and yeah, just some stab and some like Thunderbolt for Blastoise, and that's basically like that's kind of its deal.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But like you said, most likely we're not going to bring it this week, actually.
Yeah, it's just, it's the other mons put in enough work, and I think Rain Dance for Tentacool, Rain Dance, and Icy Wind, I think are like such important moves. Period.
Yeah, that could really save us.
But with their weather, I think this is the only one this is the only team that the weather actually properly scares us. Jamie, we had to be careful of it, but the Sun is, I think, way worse than Sand. So yeah, likely won't bring.
Most likely not. But we'll see on the battle, but most likely not. Most likely not, yeah. Shall we move on to your side of the field now? Do you want to go for your lead?
Yes. Yeah, that's fine.
So, we have Infernape as your lead, along with Salamence. So we've got the Fake Out, we've got the Heat Wave, we've got the Hempower Ice and Protect, and Life Orb. So, we're going with special-based Infernape, because Special Attack is good enough. We've got Hempower Ice on there for Landorus.
Well, its special attack and attack are the same.
Are they actually the same? I thought it was just a little bit less.
Yes. No, it's both 104. So it can be either, and that's one of the reasons we drafted it, is because it's well, firefighting is good typing, and we needed a fire and a fighting type, but it's because it's so versatile. Well, its move pool isn't huge, but it does have some stuff, and especially when they have Follow Me Blastoise, something like Heat Wave is going to potentially put in like a lot more work. And Hidden Power Ice, Modest with Life Orb, should be able we'll take out most Landoruses from full health. So I think they have to be like fully bulky to be able to live it, but it will take out most Landoruses most of the time. Yeah,
and the Fake Out there is, well, obviously Fake Out Infernape, but it outspeeds their Fake Outer, Blastoise. We can use it on things like Linoon, we could use it on things like Pheromosa. If it's got a Sash, break the Sash. Infernape is pretty much always going to be almost our lead mon. It is so good, but I mean,
yeah, it's a problem. Salamence Infernape does have one weakness as a lead, which is Blastoise Linoon, which causes it problems. It's not unwinnable, but it's certainly like there's other. I'd rather see them lead other things if we're leading this way, but it's definitely, it's not a bad lead for that matchup. It's just, that's just the worst lead matchup that we could think of. So but it's still overall better than most other leads. Like, it's going to be better most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we've got our boy Mammal, or your boy Mammal, since you love your Mammal, so you love Piglet.
Yeah. So this one's a little different. So Mammal's actually gone through quite a bit of set changes. I think it's probably been one of our more versatile mons, honestly. Maybe outside of Hoopa for items, but just, it's got the Ice Shard and the Earthquake and the Protect like normal, which, so I guess maybe it's not as versatile as I'm thinking, but it does have Endeavor, Focus Sash, and everything's in just attack and speed for this week, and then we just threw 4 in HP because why not? Doesn't really matter. Yeah, so ideally we get hit. Then, well, if we're in Tailwind, we get hit, we Earthquake, we get hit, we got brought down, but then we also have Priority Ice Shard for stuff. So we can get hit, we can Endeavor things, and then Priority Ice Shard it, or the other thing can hit it. It's a cool tech that it'd be cool to see it done, but it's really situational.
Yeah.
But they just have some big bulky mons that can be really difficult to break through, so it's just to like give us an edge over that.
Yeah, it's a potential lifesaver, but if it might not get used at all, but frankly then we don't need to use it. It's like the battle that we brought Choice Scarf Mammal with Fissure, like we weren't going to use it obviously, but you know.
Well, we might have if it had been the play, if it was like, hey, you Fissure and hit or you lose, like it would have been the thing. So it's a backup because Earthquake, Ice Shard, and Protect already is so powerful, and we thought about maybe banning it or maybe scarfing it, but this should still, the goal is to have Tailwind up anyways. So we have to make our sets with the assumption that we'll be up in Tailwind, because without Tailwind, and if it's not Scarf, it's not fast enough to outspeed.
Yeah.
Like most things. Like it's gonna be hitting speed ties and stuff, so.
Yeah. And now we've got our
keep it fast.
The lovely Hoopa. Hoopa.
Hoopa.
Hoopa gang. I'm gonna stop now.
Yeah.
So Hyperspace Hole, T-Ball, Dark Pulse Protect, and Electrium Z. So this is the one you came up with, which is a lot different than the one I came up with. So again, why don't you talk me through this one then?
Hyperspace Hole is pretty like, well, for first we're doing special and not physical. Technically its special attack is higher. It's 170 instead of 160, and that's just because they have their own intimidate users that it kind of checks that. And Hyperspace Hole does so much anyways. It does so much to Mega Venusaur. Thunderbolt does so much to Blastoise, and then Dark Pulse hits kind of everything pretty well. Like, there's some stuff it doesn't hit, but it can do some serious damage, and if we're getting potentially in Tailwind or we're getting some flinches off, it could be really great. And then we have enough speed for Tailwind, special attack, and then just a few in HP because it doesn't really matter. We debated between Z crystals, and the one we decided to go with was Electrium Z because it can nuke the Blastoise. The Psychinium Z with Hyperspace Hole wasn't guaranteed to kill off to one-hit KO a Mega Venusaur, while the Electrium Z is guaranteed to one-hit KO any Blastoise. We also thought about doing the Darkinium Z with Dark Pulse just because it hits so hard on so many different things, but it wasn't. We wanted a big nuke option just in case, and so we ended up going. We were worried about Blastoise because we just didn't have a ton for Blastoise. Yeah. And our goal going into it is to try and take down the side with the Blastoise first. It's not like we have to stick to it, but it is the overarching. Yeah.
We're not gonna focus hard on it so much no matter what, but it's gonna be like, okay, that's our goal, but we're not just gonna completely focus it down if obviously it's gonna lead to us making stupid plays, of course. Yeah.
Just because Blastoise is so bulky and so hard to break through, and it's likely going to be Follow Me. It could be Fake Out, but with all this, just with the type of moves and sets and setup that they have, Follow Me is a lot more
likely
realistic. Yeah, and so being able to just smack that thing out of the field can put us in a position where we don't have to worry about we don't have to worry about it, basically, because otherwise it's a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And then lastly we got Galvantula, who again probably not going to bring, but we have the Expert Belt, we have Thunder, HP Ice, Sticky Webs, and Protect. Again, Thunder, Expert Belt onto Blastoise, Hidden Power Ice, Expert Belt onto Landorus for damage. Sticky Webs could be useful for, obviously Tailwind runs out. We've got a Sticky Webs layer up as a backup. But, again, we're in agreement here. We don't think that Galvantula's going to put in as much work as some of the other ones that we're going to be bringing today.
Yeah, the Infernape overall seems like it's going to do more, so that's why we have it as is. If we really think that Galvantula might be more useful, for example, if we were maybe afraid of Oricorio or something like that, it might start convincing us to oh, well, maybe we want to be getting more of those Thunders off or more of these electric type attacks, but I don't see that being an issue, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think they've even brought Oricorio with one of their battles yet, so I don't see why they bring it this time.
Yeah, it's not like it does a ton against us, and there's better options for them to bring against us for sure. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
we're pretty confident for a lead of Salaman's Infernape no matter what, I think.
Yeah, it just Salaman's Togekiss or Infernape Togekiss is also possible, and that might be what we decide to do if we do end up fearing the Blastoise Lanoon, but I think Infernape Salamence is probably overall most matchups Infernape Salamence is going to be the better option.
Yeah.
So, and they've tried to do the Belly Drum Lanoon Extreme Speed sweeps already. They've already done that. So
yeah, they tried it on Duncan.
We're banking on. Yeah, and I think they tried it on somebody else. I think they got it off on somebody else, but I could be misremembering. So, we thinking that maybe they're not going to try and do that this week, just because it's a little like everyone. It's very obvious that that's a problem. So yeah, so we're banking on that, but in that they won't do Blastoise Lanoon. We're thinking Blastoise Veramosa.
But
definitely Blastoise either way.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I think that's the team. It's fairly straightforward. Magearna, it's really, really high chance we don't bring Magearna. Galvantula, depends. But yeah, we've got some good attacking mons. We've got some tech in there, like Rain Dance, Tentacruel. That'll be really useful, I feel. And it is a Tailwind kind of play. But
yeah,
I think we should be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Got our team ready to battle. So yeah, that will be on my channel tomorrow. Ooh.
Make sure you go check it, and obviously I'll link in T-Man and Lorcy's details below if you want to go check them out, check out their build and whatnot.
And all the official MBL stuff will be there, so check everything out.
Buy a shirt.
Explore YouTube, buy a shirt, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll see you in the battle barrel.
Bye.
Bye.
See you there.